discipline. Okay, so discipline is some crazy shit. Yeah, so it's one of those things where actually starting discipline is so difficult, and when you have discipline you then don't need the discipline. It's a very strange paradox. But the thing which is really interesting about discipline is that when you go through the journey of discipline, you start to see precise parts to improve. So you find that there's other things that you may not have noticed that are actually really dampening your energy or really affecting your drive, or your goals aren't being hit because you are spending too much time on social media, whereas before you didn't really notice it because your discipline was a bit, was a bit jaded in many different ways. You're a bit more loose. So when you find out like, oh shit, this social media is actually taking up 2 hours of my time a day, and that 2 hours could tick off a certain amount of work that you do, which would start a fucking $1 million business or something. Those are the little things that you start to see, and especially with habits which grow, it's never the big habits. It's always small habits that stack to create big habits, and you don't see it happening. But it's similar with discipline, where it's when you have discipline, you don't need it as much. It's those small habits which build into that big habit. It's the precise leaks in our discipline which cause us to not be hitting those like strong days and compounding that effect where we're stacking those wins on top of each other. So that's really where discipline is crazy, how we just start to see things a bit more transparently. And it only really happens when you develop those little things to create enough discipline to then see things clearly. Now, this is what I really saw with my sex discipline, is that I really understood that sugar was my vice that I was going into. And I noticed that, especially towards the end of my semen retention, was that the sugar, there was a certain biscuits which I'd get, like Oreos, like a packet of Oreos, and I'd have the whole packet of Oreos like a fucking animal, and I would feel terrible, and I could feel the sugar intake that not only was making me ill, but that I was wanting as well. It was like a re-up, like I was needing to like just re-up on this vice, really. So that's something which is really interesting about discipline, is that the more discipline you gain, the more insights you gain as well, so that you can keep improving. So yeah, that's what we're saying. Keep fucking being a G, keep being beasts, and yeah, come on.